What would you rather do? Would you rather be helping or would you rather be helped? Who would choose to help? Raise your hand. Okay, who would choose to be helped? You could. One selfish one right here. Somebody make a note. So anyway, so if we all want to help, right, then none of us will get to do what we want to do, which is to help. So that person that needs help is the one that's giving us the space to do one of the greatest things that we could do, which is to be of service. So he or she is doing me the favor, right? That person that we're helping. And then the other thing that I used to think a lot while I was, serving. I used to think, man, and here I am, like, still, worried about houses and cars and whatever it is that I'm worried about, right? And like, for all I know, this one right here is probably about to hit nirvana. And this is their last reincarnation. And I'm feeling sorry for them. No. We never know, right? And that's the beauty about this whole life thing, that it's such a mystery and we just don't have enough data. We don't have enough data to call anything out. Commandment number 9, you are not a reporter, you are a creator. So I used to watch a lot of news, a lot more. Who watches the news here a lot? It's all right. I don't want to news shame you. No. I wanted the girl with a normal mom that's not an alcoholic. No. I'm sorry. I put the wrong one on my manifestation board. No, dude. This is it. So it's like, where can we find the perfection in the moment that is now, right? So your whole life is like, you have a toolbox, and in the toolbox, you have all your tools, right? Almost like if you're fixing your house. And in that toolbox, you have a wrench, you have a hammer, you have a screwdriver, you have nails, and then your house, obviously, you can have issues with the floor, with the pipes, with everything, sewage. So life will show you what tool you need, right? So sometimes the tool is perspective, right? Sometimes the tool is compassion. Sometimes the tool is empathy, right? That coworker comes and he doesn't say hi again. He doesn't say hi to you again, and you're like, maybe they were just dropped as a baby a bunch of times. Use that empathy. Use whatever narrative you have the power to use. We have that power, which is something that we need to use. But the news, it's amazing, right? It's an amazing institution because, and I go deep into it in the book because, so you can't blame CNN or Fox News or whatever for doing what they do, because they know strategically that news about war, about murder is what creates ratings, right? Why? Because the bad news is connected to our fight or flight system. So our fight or flight system is constantly scanning for danger, right? Why? Because it knows that if it knows where danger is, then it's going to be safe. But here is the mic drop moment, which I'm not going to drop, but you know what I mean. That same alarm system that's telling you to look for danger to be safe, our fight or flight, is the same system that's killing us from stress. So very innocently, fight or flight it's almost like it's killing itself, because it's saying, no, I need to know. I mean, why do we need to know about a bus in Yugoslavia that crashed and killed 40 people? Like, we know that in Hialeah, if it's something like, hey, did you hear about that bus? I get that we have to be informed, but there's news that our brain just actually craves for nothing. So I have this example where I talk, so if you're the advertising guy for CNN, right? You're the advertising rep, and I'm talking to my Toyota client. And my Toyota client, who's the advertiser, right, is going, hey, how come there was a spike on the Wednesday 12 o'clock news? And I'm like, oh, because that's a slot that we talk about murder and war. He's like, well, I like to see those numbers, and I want to go to Cancun this year for my bonus trip, so keep those numbers up. So the media is completely controlled by, it's a business. And again, and that's not to demonize the media or anything. We just have to take the personal out of it and then make a conscious decision to monitor how much intake we take, because it's a business that's after eyeballs, right? I remember also, when my parents were going through the cancer, especially with my mom, and she died of a breast cancer metastasized in 2022. And I remember that whole year, I would go to a Baptist hospital, and they built this brand new state-of-the-art cancer center. And I remember that I walked into this thing, man, and I felt like I was walking into like the Death Star. But it was brand new, pristine, like silver, like, I just looked at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is $1 billion business. Like, this is never gonna, I mean, there was so much, you could feel the money of this business. And then, then we went to like, one of like the nurse's office and they had a little jar with candy and I'm like, oh my God, and they're giving away candy and everybody knows that sugar gives cancer, like, oh my God. And then I was having like a freak out moment, and then all of a sudden I saw a nurse and then I saw a janitor, and then I was like, yeah, but that nurse has a family and that janitor has a family and the doctors have a family. So again, I'm not one to demonize any business, because there's people that are living lives because of that, because of cancer or because of the news or whatever. But again, it's just for us to observe and take the personal out of it and be okay with it in many ways. Does that make sense? It's like a rant about it.